Hey, it's Monday. Happy Monday, day 4 of the 5-day pain relief challenge. And we are going to learn how to break free from your back pain. And I hope that you found this video helpful today. There are a few people who have said, okay, thank you, I've learned enough. But let me tell you, there's always more to getting out of pain. It isn't just about what muscle you need to release and pay attention to. It's deeper than that. And if you stay tuned with me today, then I will help you figure that out. So if you just look here, it's day 4, freedom from back pain. And let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of back pain and stiffness and aches, please. Right? We don't want it anymore. So we have a few of you on here. Let me know you're here. Let me know you can hear me. And tell me where you're from, where you're tuning in from. It's amazing that we can all be so connected here just in one little thing called Facebook. It has its perks, right? It has its disadvantages as well, but we can connect here just as if we were in our own studio. Let's just imagine we're at this amazing healing center together, and we can really break free from our pain. So just tuning in. So who's on? Let me see. Can you just say hi? Can you hear me? Yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit about the balls today, but I really want to dive into any questions that you might be having about what we've learned so far. And I'm definitely willing to help you troubleshoot where your pain is coming from. Hi, Rebecca. You need to give me a call. So great. Yes, it's been helpful. Oh, great. Nebraska. Great. I love Nebraskans. My dear, dear friend is from Nebraska. And I tell you, I have met the most kindest, hardest people from Nebraska. Yes, absolutely. Chris, where are you from? Do you want to share? You don't have to. You don't have to. Okay, great. Maryland. Awesome. 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 So how are you guys liking the 5-day pain relief challenge? I mean, we just had the pain treatments that work, which is a ton of information. And now I'm doing the 5-day pain relief challenge. And it's a lot of simple steps, but if you incorporate them into your day, they can be life-changing. Really, really, really simple movement, no matter how much level of pain that you're in. Bottom line. So just right off the bat, anyone have any specific questions about how you walk, how you stand, how you're sitting, ways to help break free from pain? So I'm talking about in this series specifically more just the structural anatomy parts of pain, but there's so much more. And there's so much more that if you feel like there are parts of your life that just keeps hitting you and knocking you down and you can't pick up, I want to share that part of a reason may be why muscles get tight and they're so wound up could be because your nervous system is out of whack. And what that is your nervous system, the pathways that go from your brain down your spinal cord could be overfiring, and there could be a traffic jam. And then what happens is we get stuck in a state of fight, flight, or freeze. So if you've got these tight muscles, if you feel like you're always running, racing, have to be busy all the time, you can't relax, you're very sensitive, things happen and you can't figure out why, often it's a multi-layer thing and we have to pick apart the pieces of the pain puzzle. So, hey, Anne Marie, so nice to have you guys here. And Sandy, nice to see you too. Thanks for following me and paying attention on here. I'm curious how you're doing as well. And, you know, if you've tried these little strategies, just even being mindful about your body and how you're moving. What has been one thing that shifted just by watching this series so far? Again, very simple information, but it's cumulative. The longer you do it, the more you do it, then you're just going to start to make these subtle changes and then hopefully get some good growth here. And so going back to the nervous system, so we get this tension. Our muscles our shoulders are up to our ears, and it's so stressful. And what happens is that, again, we get stuck in fight, flight, or freeze. And freeze is that, oh my gosh, I have so much to do and I can't do it, so I shut down. Freeze is just being scared to the point where you cannot take action, where anxiety can come up. And then often when I work with people and we just tune in, and we can find out sometimes in as quick as 15 minutes, if we just tune in, there could be anger. It could be past anger at a parent, at a doctor, a regret that you've had from a surgery. I had someone the other day with foot pain, and it was like, do you want to kick that doctor? Do you want to kick that doctor who did that to you or said it to you? So it's a multifactorial thing that's happening here in our bodies when we're dealing with pain. So yes, today we're going to talk about releasing the muscles, and muscles get changed by the way we use them or lack of using them. If we're in shoes all the time, they create casts on our feet, and our muscles start to get rigid and tight, and then our walking flexibility, and we get sensitive, and we get foot pain, and then we get knee pain, and we get hip pain, all of that. So we're going to talk about releasing that, but I also want to look at what other extenuating situations might be increasing the tension in your muscles and your pain. And then the other thing is, so we talked about freeze, where you're just paralyzed, and flight, it's like you want to run and check out. We dissociate, where you might not even be feeling in your body. You might just be all up in here. Do you know what I'm talking about with that? It's like, if I just ask you to tune in right now to your body, can you get there? Can you get into your body? Can you feel all areas? And the first step I might have you do is to bring your awareness to both feet at the same time. Both feet. Can you close your eyes? Can you go down there to both feet at the same time? And if there is a glitch, we want to keep going and working so that you can really feel in there. So now I'm going to do a little activity with you. And it's kind of, I have to find a new way to say this. Like, imagine your grandchild or your kids are, you're lying on the ground and they outline your body with sidewalk chalk. Kind of to make a crime scene outline. Not fun, I know, to say that, but that's how I learned it. And just imagine your body and just start, and you can start anywhere, just start tracing an outline of your body, going down your hands and then back up under your armpit, down your body, tracing an outline of your body. And notice if there are some areas in your body that you're having trouble getting connected to. And I'm going to pause for a minute from talking, and you're just going to outline all of your body. And you might even notice some areas are a little harder to outline. Anyone have that experience? Can you put it in the comment box? So how was that for you? Is there maybe a sense of calming? And whenever we're experiencing something, emotional pain, physical pain, stress, often it's there and we don't want it to be there. Go away, get out of the way. But it's there, it's present there. So if we bring our awareness to it, but maybe not all of it, but just explore the edges of that pain and the discomfort, or the emotional pain or the physical pain. So if I have you identify in your body right now a place of tension, stress, pain, anxiety, depression, where would you notice that? And this is called embodiment. Embody, to get in there and just be curious. And it's really about me helping you help yourself. That's what it's about. Because if you would have had a doctor fix you or a therapist fix you, it would have happened already. But it really is, isn't it so much more empowering if you can lift yourself up through the tough challenges? I saw a video today on Facebook, and it was a man who only had one arm, and he was changing a tire of a giant tractor. Where there's a will, there's a way. So I want you to dig deep down in there and find that strength of any challenges you could be having. And tap into that. And where is that located in your body? Somewhere in there. The strength to overcome an injury, a surgery, or you want to be on track for something and you're not quite there, you don't know how to get there. It's just right now being present in this moment. So part of the muscle piece isn't just rolling on a ball and releasing, although it does help tremendously. It was one of my number one treatments for me to get out of pain. So Dorothy, you're talking about your mouth. So here's a little tip that I like, because I often think the jaw is related to the mouth. I want you to bring your awareness here. Okay, so this is your third eye. So just close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, soften, and bring your awareness to the space between your eyes. Bringing your awareness between your eyes and notice if anything should soften. And for your hips, bring your awareness to your hips. Can you feel them? Or do you feel more in the front or more in the back? Can you feel into your pelvic floor? So if you guys are resonating, and this might not resonate with some people, right? You could be too busy in your mind that you don't want to stop and pause. It's like a freight train. Yeah, I'm trying to stop a freight train, can't do it. Or you just you're fine. You have a regulated nervous system, and you might not understand why some people don't. And oftentimes, if you've had trauma, stress, a lot of stressors in life, childhood trauma, developmental trauma, then it can cause your nervous system to be a little overactive. So now wherever you're feeling the tension, I want you to tune into that tension, but I'd like you to feel where it's a little less tense. And if this is resonating with you, I'd like you to give me some hearts. Okay, just put some hearts down there just to see if this resonates, because I'll tell you why I'm teaching you this. It is not just about getting on a ball or or another torture device. Okay, it's not. It's about being mindful while you go in and calm yourself. There we go. Great, great, great. So again, I have all these tools, but one of the best things that I can do for myself is to come into my little sweet room. Let me share my room with you. Okay, so I've got this nice soft padding right here. It's very, very comfortable. And then I can turn the light out. And again, it's still kind of daylight here in Arizona, so we're not going to see too much. But I turn the dark light out, and then if you look right here, I have a nice stone lamp. I love having symbols of nature because it just really is more grounding. So what I like to do at night, every night, is when I'm hurting. You know, once you do this, at first it hurts a lot with this ball work to release your muscles. It will. It hurts at first. But then you get used to it. If you really commit to doing this practice, it gets easier and you don't have to do it as much. And when you work with me, we're going to find those spots on you that are the most challenging. And they're oftentimes they're not where you think they are. So that's a big, big deal with people. So any specific questions, if anyone watching, have you guys used balls to help release your muscle? Have you done anything with these before? Have you tried it out? Have you had a doctor recommend it or a physical therapist recommend it? Because these are things that are super duper helpful. So I'm going to talk a little bit more specifically about back pain and the pelvis today. And this is an indoor training softball. They used to have them at Target. They're not carrying them anymore. And it just fits nicely into the glutes. So I'm going to come on back here and I'm going to take my ball. And let's see, I might have to go back farther so you guys can see me. And again, I have this little softer area here. It's padded. It's nice and soft. But if you can see, that ball is under there. And what you do is you take yourself there and you feel into it. And you just relax into it. And if you're in your head a lot, meaning checked out of your body, you're running, you're in flight or fright. Blood, it's leaving the digestive organs. It's causing you to be hyper aroused, ready to run. Blood leaves here where all the healing in the belly happens and it goes out here. Our pupils change. We're scared. We can't relax. And these are those things that can be painful. So taking some kind of ball like this or even a ball like this can be super duper helpful to help release your pain. So let's see if we can. And this is kind of a quiet day today, it seems, in here. But, this feels like a nice punch. But I often say when you start this, I'd like you to do it in your bed to start, okay? And if you have surgeries, things like that, sensitivities, we might have to modify this. You could always have a massage therapist massage your belly. That's super duper important, actually. It's the front side of the back, so it's really important. So I just prop up on my elbows at first when it's new and it's a challenge. And then I come down and I put more body weight here. And I lay here. And then you tune in to what we did at first. You feeling into your body. You find the pain. And if you listen, often you can have an image come up, a sensation, a memory can even come up. When you really tune in, again, tuning down the lights, turn down the lights, and tuning into your body to see what your body needs. So yes, it's identifying and finding the right muscles and holding it there. And my hope is that you find the spots that will release your pain. Each muscle, trying a different muscle, it's like a key to unlock the door so you can have freedom from pain. This is only one factor of it, because if you can't rest, you can't relax. If you're busy throughout your day, if you're having problems with a spouse or children or your own parents, having to take care of them, it's a lot. And so it's about finding yourself to be at peace in the storm. So Susie's asking what size is the ball and how hard. There's no rhyme or reason. It's really, you just take a ball and you just see if it works for you. A lacrosse ball, this is the Yamuna ball. This is a spiny massage ball. You can, even if you got some dryer balls, those blue spiky dryer balls, try that out and see. And keep them anywhere you need them. If you're at your desk, if you're working at the desk, you can do that. And one of the things that I might not have covered as much in this series is about the shoulders, right? So our necks are just getting so tight from being at the computer, holding cell phones, things like that. So sometimes what I might encourage you to do is to put some slack in your body. So I want you to just shrug and cross your arms, or actually let's just cross your arms first and just shrug. But again, we have to tune in. We have to tune into the body. And even if you've had some surgeries up here in your neck, just take the brakes off of your body. And now just let your body unwind. It might want to move in a certain way. And just let that happen. I'm just thinking about how crazy I could get and scare you all away tonight. Because part of it is dancing. You know, people talked about the rebounder this week. Some people have a rebounder, a trampoline in their house. I have one and they bounce on. But when was the last time you've danced? You know, when was the last time you felt free and alive? That's what we want to look at. And I can definitely go into that and do a little dance with you guys. So I just want to know if you have any questions about what we've covered so far. We're on day 4. We're going to have day 5 will be our final day tomorrow. And I'm happy if you guys like to be doing these Facebook Lives some more to teach you more. So you just have to let me know in the comment box if you'd like some more. And I just encourage you, this is your chance to reach out. I'm happy to help. I'm not going to bite you. I promise, I promise. You know, there's just so much that we can do to help our bodies. And if you're doing therapy and it's not working, whether it's physical therapy or mental health therapy, there are strategies, and that's what I've put together in this series, as well as the pain treatments that work. And let me share with you my 5 steps, right, to break free from pain. It's easy, really, but you just sometimes we need a little hand holding. And just like a baby needs the mom to soothe, to hold, to rock, to feed, and just to calm. When we have problems, stress, one thing after another, curveballs keep hitting us, there's sometimes a propensity to stop and not be able to decompress, to relax. You might choose your wine or your alcohol or something else to just, it could be a shopping addiction. All of that can be real because we're looking for things outside ourselves to calm. So when I work with people, we need to dig deep and find out what's going on, what's under the surface, that radio station that's playing all the time, what's under there so we can release it. Okay? Thank you, Nancy. I'm happy to help. I'll come up with some ideas. If you guys have anything specific. So let me go through the 5 steps to break free from pain. And I do have the Break Free from Pain program. It's launching June 26th. It's a Tuesday, and it's a group program. If you want more information on it, you can schedule a Get Out of Pain session. I'll put the link here in the comments, and it's really, really powerful. So the first step is to look at what's not working in your life. And you might say, oh, everything's fine. My relationship's good. My kids are good. I'm happy, but this knee keeps hurting me. So sometimes we have to look at how you're moving, like we're teaching you here in the 5-Day Pain Relief Challenge. Sometimes we have to look at how you're sleeping, how you're sitting, how you're standing. But sometimes it could be that boss at work, and every time he comes by, you startle and you bang your knee up on the desk. I mean, this is just a silly example, but I hear them all the time, these different, when I dig deeper, we find out there are things that are not working in your life. And it could be, what is this knee pain preventing you from doing? Like my heart craves and longs for, some people have told me, country line dancing. I really want to do that. My community has it, but I can't do that right now. And then they stop living because of one little knee problem. So we have to figure out what's not working in your life. And then the second step is we have to go way back to even your birth, your childhood, your high school, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and figure out your past traumas and release them. We need to explore them and shine a light on them. Say, hi, I hear you. Can you be quiet now, please? I want peace in my body, right? So we have to explore and release past traumas. And then we need to, once we see that those patterns were running you, we need to rewire the brain out of pain. So some of those techniques I did in the very beginning, just getting you to start feeling into your body, that starts the rewiring process, because we do get so stuck in our story. We get so stuck deep in our story, and we can't see the way out. So we have to feel and think otherwise, think differently. And I encourage a healthy daily routine, a healthy start to the morning, and I set you up with that nice how to start your day. And you have an action plan, and it starts the night before, but you get that action plan and you wake up. You ever wake up and you never know how you're going to feel, and you've got a giant to-do list, but you don't know where to start? That's where you plan it the night before, so when you wake up, you have exactly what you need to do. Okay, but finding peace, doing it with these balls, releasing these balls, being introspective, going in. You can put some calm music on Pandora. That could really help you. There's lots that you can do to shift. Okay, so we talked about we're going to explore and release past traumas. And if any of you know me and have worked with me, I'd love for you to put in there if you know, just how your experience was, that you dug up some stuff that you didn't even know was a program running you. So we explore and we release them, and then we have to teach new ways, new patterns, new behaviors to rewire the brain out of pain. And then we have to look at how you're moving, how you're sleeping, because I've done manual therapy, which is like body work, for a very long time now. And I could pretty much pinpoint the movement someone is doing. For example, an executive assistant who's on the computer all day long, okay, shoulder blade, fire, ready to act all the time, because even if you're not clicking on the mouse, you're still reaching for it, anticipating, I can't relax. And then maybe your neck's cracked. It's cracked up like this. Okay, so then I can start to see, and it takes the shape. And it really starts to show when you start hitting your mid to late 60s. All of that stuff. So we want to take a ball and find a way to release it, give strategy, and that's what we're going to learn in the Break Free from Pain program. We're going to talk about strategy. We're going to talk about lifestyle, setting goals. And a lot of times people are telling me they just can't seem to stay motivated. Like they get these big gung-ho ideas, they pay for an online course, and they're just not doing it. So then I'm going to ask you why, and that could be that you're stuck in fight, flight, or freeze, and you can't do it because your nervous system's not letting you. And you could try to go to talk therapy, you could try to go to psychotherapy, but you just keep bringing up the issue and you're not getting better. It really starts with guiding you in, and that's what we're going to do. So again, we're going to look at what's not working in your life, okay? And then we're going to explore and release past traumas, rewire the brain out of pain, and you are how you move. So we're going to learn what movements might be hurting you, and then what movements you can do that make you feel good. And the last one is pretty simple, and it's eat right. Looking at getting rid of inflammatory foods. That will be really, really valuable. But we can't always do it alone, especially if your husband brings home a bunch of cookies. How can you say no to that? It takes willpower, it takes commitment and goal setting and support. And that's what we're going to do in the Break Free from Pain program, which if you like this information that we've talked about the past 4 days, it's going to go deeper. It's going to go deeper, and people just shift. They really, really do. And sometimes the people that aren't shifting usually have the most childhood trauma. Maybe some big defining moment in their life that they're just stuck at, and we need to move you through that. So that's been my experience with the clients that I work with. And so the bottom line is there is hope, and getting better is easy. I promise it is. But it takes some guiding and tuning into your body and tuning into your intuition. So if the doctor recommends surgery and your body's screaming and you feel upset about it and you just don't, it just doesn't seem right, maybe, just maybe, there's another way. Maybe there's another way. And chances are it's probably true that there is another way. I had somebody come in today who had an extra bone in their foot with lots of inflammation and was scared out of their mind that they have to get surgery. And part of it is that I think that there's always a way around it. And I can't show you on this screen share here today, but I literally have a broken bone in my leg. It's like that. It's like it's separated. It's very icky. And actually, I'll just share with you my scar, because you can see that. You see this? It looks so much better. It's unbelievable. So see that big line? It kind of looks like a smiley face. Well, the bone ripped out of my leg. That was the worst pain. When I tune in right now, I could cry because I still feel the pain. I really, it was like brutal. Forget the brain injury, forget the near spinal cord injury and all my ribs broken. This sucker hurt. Okay. So sometimes when you have an injury, it's persistent. So I'm going to ask you guys if you remember, if you have pain that is from an injury, or you can remember how you felt after surgery, like if your body literally clenches thinking about it, chances are there's tissue memory there with it. And so instead of just my leg, because after I got these injections, I got AmnioFix, I got prolotherapy, I got PRP, I worked my way through the different strengths of treatments. It was better, but my brain didn't believe it. So we need to rewire the brain out of pain. We need to start moving better. And you're hearing all these tips, and I'm hearing people, oh, I'm getting down on the floor, but it's so hard. Keep at it. Keep going. It's going to get easier, right? We just have to instill these simple little movement patterns in our day. But the bottom line is, what is causing you not to do what you need to do for your health? What's causing you to just go? And chances are it could be your nervous system, and you're just stuck from past injury, trauma, and that type of thing. So does that make sense to you guys? So I'm going to ask you some hearts. Give me some hearts here. Yeah, I love it. Just so I know you're listening. So any questions? I want you guys to rapid fire if you'd like. And I'm really curious to see what's working for you. What have you tried? Is there anyone in here who's had some success just from doing the 5-day pain relief challenge? Just a little something. And then I'll take you on a show and tell. Yay! Love you. Thank you. So I buy baskets, and then I have to go bigger and bigger and bigger because I've got all these tools. And so I'm just going to give you a visual here. If you have any questions, you can just put them in the comment box. It doesn't matter. You just test it out and see what you like. It's not rocket science. There's no formula. But when we work together, we do pick and see where your challenges are. And chances are you think, oh, I've got this, my back pain. It's from my glutes. It's from right here. And so you work that, and you work it, and you work it. But it's the other side that needs the release. Right? Or you're neglecting the thighs because it's all up here is where you're focusing on. So we want you to step back and take a 3-dimensional view of your pain. And then look at what's not working in your life. Is it every time your husband walks in, or he does this one thing that stresses you out and you tighten up? Start to observe that. And if you hang out with me long enough, I'll start to teach you how to look at alarms in the environment versus looking for something pleasant, right? So going back to the balls, then you take your balls, and this is a good time to just tune into yourself, tune into your body. I have my nice, soft, fuzzy rug, and it's just peaceful. And as a child, we liked soft, sweet things. So why not bring your inner child in and do the ball work in a nice, safe place? And again, if you like I love that lamp, Paco Stones. I've traveled far and wide. He goes to the Sea of Cortez, and he mines the onyx, and he makes these lamps, and they're absolutely beautiful. He's out of California, and I can't tell you how absolutely beautiful the mood lighting is. It's like reflects off the wall, and I just feel so safe. So just imagine putting some calm music on, laying on the floor in a comfy, cozy place. You can have your partner do it with you, and it's a bonding time. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you can just make time for that, you'll be great. And whenever I have pain, I tuned into my body enough that I can just tune in. Okay, here it is. Okay, oh, it's coming from my front of my shoulder. Okay, boom. All right, hey, my shoulder pain's gone. I feel better. So that's something you can do. Going back, and then some of these are really advanced tools that I don't necessarily recommend you go spend $50 on, but you just got to play with the basics first. This I found at a farmer's market. It's the Baxedator.com. Nice man, was a physical therapist. He gave up doing physical therapy and now he sits and he makes these. And this was great for me to get into my calf and feet muscles. And then, let's see. If you've got migraines, headaches, this is the still point inducer for cranial sacral. It's not always pleasant, but you can get one of these and put it on the back of your head. And you can also do trigger points anywhere with that it might hurt. And, you know, we've got their yoga strap. Always a must, simple and easy. If you haven't tried it yet, you can use a belt or a scarf or a towel. And what I want you to do is watch the earlier video, and I want you to do this on one side only, and then you're going to stand up and you tell me if there's a difference. We're going to increase blood flow. We're going to stretch those muscles. And it's so much science underneath the muscles and the sarcomeres and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to give you all this jargon, but I do want you to know that our muscles, when they're short, they're tight and they're stuck. And they lose strength. So for example, let's just say your leg and you need power to kick. Well, if the muscles are all jammed short, they don't have that full length to really get the force behind them. So when you do a tool like a ball or a foam roller, it's going to help release the muscles. It's going to release them really great. So, but it's a process. And you might release one and feel better, and then something else comes up because it's three-dimensional. And I'll show you more about muscles in the days to come if you tune in with me long enough. And again, this is a simple half dome. And tomorrow we're going to talk about opening up the front of the body. It's so important, and you can use something as simple as this to also do the front of your body. So I have a basket, and I just put all my stuff in there, and you make time for it. Sometimes if you just leave it on the floor, you'll see it and you'll do it. And my clients who have the most success are the ones that are doing this regularly every day. And if you don't understand it, reach out to me and we'll find a way for you. And if you want, you can schedule a get out of pain session with me or my team, and we can look at some options that might help you feel better. I believe that there's always a way. Always. You've seen my pictures. You know how far I've come, and that's what I did to get better, is to work these muscles. But it's not just about releasing the muscles. It's releasing your life, getting rid of things that are inflaming you, and then getting your brain to get on board, connecting your brain with your body in a mind-body release type approach. It isn't just about the muscles. It isn't just about the brain. It's about everything and really feeling balance. Because wouldn't it be nice if you had balance? If you woke up happy, you had energy to do what you love, and you didn't hurt, and you just keep on going. But sometimes pain is a signal. So then I ask, well, gee, what's not working in your body? You know, what's not working in your life? What's wrong? Are you sitting the wrong way? Is it every time your mother calls you, you tighten up and get stressed and you want to cry? Did you watch the royal wedding and, you know, did it trigger something in you about your marriage or your lack of marriage? Things like that. There's so many crazy things that can happen and trigger. It's like we got antennas on and it's our subconscious, and then boom, all of a sudden you have an anxiety attack and you don't know why. I see it. I see it all the time. So does that resonate with you guys? What do you think? Hearts, please. So we're just finishing up. Do you have any last residual questions, remaining questions, anything I can help you with? And again, we're going to be doing the Break Free from Pain program. It starts June 26th. It is a 3-month intensive program where we're going to have a training call a week. It's an hour and a half. We're going to do Q&A, a small intimate group where you're just going to learn all of this stuff, but in depth. We're just scratching the surface, but we almost need it to be more custom, more individualized to the pains that you're having. And chances are If you don't think you have a problem that is in your lifestyle or life that might be causing the pain, you got to think again. You got to think again because it's so many factors out there. So anyone else have any more questions? So Susie, I will do my best. I believe so. I believe if you have the link, you'll have them. I'm learning about all this fun tech stuff and making it available. So good question. Hi, Deb. And hey, Sam, how are you out there in Hawaii? I'm jealous. I need the ocean. I'm craving it. Everybody I hear right now in the States, the East Coast is getting tons of rain. The West Coast is cloudy and nothing in Arizona. It's just sunny and it's hot and there's just blue skies. And I'm like, can you guys send me some clouds? Just a couple of drops of rain. I thought maybe today we'd get a little if California was, but no. And it's also, there's another thing I'm just reminding me. I mean, I can go on and on. If you guys have questions, happy to have you pick my brain. But the reality is the weather can change us, our relationships and our life can change us, how we're sitting can affect our body and our pain, what we're eating, what we're putting in. But I really do believe everything can be reversible to some degree. Right? And it's mindset too. And that's the missing piece. That's the rewiring the brain out of pain, mindset. But we don't always know how to do that, so let me guide you. So if you wanted to get in touch with me or my team, just we'll put the link there, and you can just book a get out of pain session, and we'll be happy to help. And I'm just kind of processing what we should do next week to be on here to see what I can also help you with further. And stay tuned tomorrow for day 5, where we're going to talk about opening up the front of your body and how important that is. So you guys loving it? It's my pleasure, Susie. It's my pleasure, all of you, to help you push through this. So I just want you to know you can do this. You can just release the muscle, easy breezy. If you've got fibromyalgia and inflammation, you might need to go more gentle, right? It's better to err on the side of ease and not forcing. We never want to force. We don't want to force the nervous system. It's hard enough sometimes being in a body that has a lot of pain, that they can't seem to find a way out of this pain. Right? So just be gentle. Just start to dance a little bit and sway. Put on a fun song. And I'll do that tomorrow for you guys. I'll plan it so that we'll have some music and you can start to dance a little bit. And just start moving your body. You know, when was the last time you raised your arms up over your head? Great. Yeah. So this is what it's about. This is just a tiny little piece in the pain puzzle. It's about looking at the muscles that are tight. Why are they tight? And let's release them. And if this isn't helping you get out of pain, chances are there's something else. And that's all. There's many reasons, right? So let's look at your lifestyle, how you're moving, who's inflaming you, who's getting you upset. If you're sitting too much, if you're lacking motivation and you're in the freeze, your nervous system's like, I'm shut down, I can't handle this, I'm scared. You know what I'm talking about? I'm scared. Let's get you moving forward. Let's get you out of this. It is possible, I promise you. I myself have been there, right? I've been there and I came through. And so I put this together in my little E-motion technique, E-motion. Because when you get in touch with E-motion, you get more motion in the body. And it's really great. And E-motion is doing those things that we love to do that pain has stopped us from doing. It's that simple. And we can uncover it. Uncover it, uncover it, uncover it, so you feel great, till you feel free. So that's my gift to you with this series. I hope that you're having many blessings, many ahas, and many awakenings. And I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and we will learn more about how to open up the front of your body and free up your shoulders. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.